Let's do another video mentioning a Fury. It seems like all I'm doing at the minute is talking Furies, and they are talkable. So let's talk about them. Hughie Fury. Let's talk about Hughie. A tweet has come out from Peter Fury saying that they would like Shannon Briggs on, is it October, December the 7th? Was it the 10th? December the 10th it was. Obviously, the fight with Andy Ruiz that he was meant to have on the Fury Klitschko undercard got pulled because of Ruiz having problems with his promoter and not getting paid properly. So Ruiz turned around and said, right, you know what, you're not paying me, I'm not fighting, which is fair enough, I suppose. Doesn't help the fans and doesn't help Hughie, but, you can understand it. So they've gone back to the drawing board, and Peter Fury sent out a tweet yesterday basically saying, Hughie will fight on the 10th. We'd like Shannon Briggs, especially with David Haye being out. So my first thought is, Haymaker's out. Do they know something we don't? Possibly. There's a reason he's not announced his fight. But onto that subject, you've sort of got a little pot there. You've got Hughie, you've got David Price, you've got Dave Allen. I'd probably just put in the bracket below them two guys. And then you've got Chisora, you've got White. And they make quite a good little round robin of fights. You can look at that and you can go, Hughie Fury, Dillian White's a good fight. Hughie Fury, Chisora's a good fight. Price Fury's a good fight. Price White's a good fight. So there's quite a good little round robin of fights. But also in the mix there, you've got Shannon Briggs. Now, Briggs fought on the Haye, the Arnold, the Cobra, Gringra, that one, fought on their undercard. And he fought some guy who, was what he was. But Briggs looked all right in that fight. I thought he looked powerful. He looked, he came forward, landed some big bombs, and he looked fit as well. So I think Briggs has now got to go. This is make or break. So I think the Furies have sort of realised this and gone, let's get Briggs back over here and let's put him in with Hughie Fury, an experienced guy who's challenged for world titles, obviously fought Lennox Lewis. Let's put him in there. He's fought Klitschko. Let's put Hughie in and see what Hughie's really made of. And I think that's a good fight. I think if that gets made, that's a solid fight, because there was talk of Briggs v Price as well. Would they want to put Price in with someone with Briggs's power? I'm not so sure. I think when they're matching Price, they're going to protect his whiskers, as they say a little bit. But I do like the Fury v Briggs fight. I forget his name then. And then you could even do Hughie Fury v Briggs, with the winner going on to fight David Haye. That'd be a decent fight. But as I said, there's a good little round robin of fight. You could even throw David Haye into that mix, because for me, I've said this in other videos, I'm a big fan of David Haye, but I don't think he's really proved anything to anyone since he's been back. Does he deserve a Wilder, a Joshua, or a Tyson Fury, or a Klitschko fight? Probably not at this minute. I think he needs to beat a couple more. But I do like the Haye White fight. I like the Haye Fury fight. But as I say, the Fury Briggs fight's a good one, because it'll show us really what Fury's made of. I've watched him a few times, and I think sometimes he's looked good, but then other times he's looked a bit slow and a bit bulky and a bit, I don't know, just a bit boring, and he does get tagged easy. So I think putting him in there with Briggs, because Briggs will come out like house on fire and test him for, a good 4 or 5 rounds. And I think then Briggs will tire. And that's when Fury will take over. But it's a good fight. One I'd look forward to seeing. I think that'll be something good to be made. And like I've said, you've got a little round robin of fights there. If some of them can get made, if the likes of Frank Warren and Earn can sort of come to some sort of arrangement, I think they're far better than White v Lewison. But we'll not get onto that one today. That's a video for next week. So thanks again for listening. Like, subscribe, comment. Cheers. Would McGregor get in a boxing ring? That's more likely. That one is a lot more likely. But then you've got to think, McGregor, is contracted to UFC. And are the UFC going to go, I'll tell you what, there's our golden ticket, there's our A brand, there's McGregor. Let's send him into a boxing ring and potentially get beaten. And then our biggest star has been beaten by the biggest boxer out there, or the biggest name boxer out there, and it just makes us look like watered down product. I can't see Dana White doing that, not when they've just paid 4.2 billion. I think it's one of them things, it's up there with the Ali, the Tyson question, who was better. The McGregor Mayweather is going to be one of them things that people will argue for decades and will never truly see. There are a lot of people, obviously, that don't think McGregor is that good. That, they think he's just a very good self-promoter. Probably right. He did all right against Diaz, but Diaz was beatable. Fair play to him for stepping up. What he did to Aldo was pretty incredible. What I think with Aldo, he bought into the circus almost that comes with McGregor, and he got in that ring and he had total head loss, and it was just a swing fest, and McGregor landed first. But back to where we were, McGregor, Mayweather, yes, it would be incredible. It would sell out. It'd probably sell out the Dallas football arena. Is it going to happen? The AT&T Bank, is it called? Is it going to happen? No. Would we like it to happen? Yes. But I just can't see it happening. If it did happen, who would win? If it was a boxing fight, Mayweather would win hands down. I think he'd even probably knock McGregor out. I think the level that Mayweather fights at as a boxer is far higher than what McGregor fights at a boxer. Even though McGregor is a very, very good boxer and trains at Steve Collins' gym, I just think Mayweather is more elite in that aspect. If it was in a UFC fight, McGregor would win. McGregor would win hands down. But Mayweather would never get in that situation where it was in a UFC fight, UFC cage, octagon, whatever we're calling it. So that's my thought process around that. I think we're going to see a lot more from this over the next few weeks. You're going to see them calling out, because McGregor's got a fight, and if Mayweather has a fight with somebody, if he returns from retirement, it's just going to promote the guys even more, and it keeps Mayweather's face in the paper, which is something that these guys love. So there's my thoughts, there's my comments. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, and keep listening, keep watching.